Hello everyone, Taylorson here and welcome to episode 9 of Le Tour de France 2020 with Total Direct Energie. Today's stage is from Pau to La Runs. It's 157 kilometers long and by what happened last stage, it could also be an exciting stage. There are a total of 5 categorized climbs on the route, however they are big ones. One category 4 to start off with, followed by a HC climb, then a category 2, a steep descent into another category 2, and finally a category 1 with bonus points before another descent and a flat finish towards the line.
It's a day in the mountains. The finish isn't decided at the top of the climb, but the route is challenging, and it's an important day for the general classification. It's also important in the struggle for the mountain standings. We can't expect to be on top at the end of the stage, but we must absolutely pick up points to make up our deficit. We don't have what it takes to play a prominent role. If we want to make a showing, we'll have to join the early breakaway. Good luck, guys!
Before we begin, if you are new to the channel, subscribe if you would like to. We post Tour de France content on here. It's not regular. Sometimes it's high quality, sometimes it's not. But it's worth a subscribe anyway. Without further ado, let's get into the briefing. So it looks as though Taramay, Calmejean, Hiver and Simon all want to go into the breakaway today. It's interesting that the same 4 riders from the last stage want to go in the breakaway again. The plan today is, I think, to put Calmejean in the breakaway to gain mountain points and keep Hiver with the favourites for as long as possible. With Taramay and Simon, I'll see how much energy they have and go into the breakaway if they have enough energy later on in the stage. Without further ado, let's begin stage 9 of Le Tour de France 2020.
Hello and welcome to all. The riders will come up against 2 major difficulties on this stage. The Ourset-Soudet sequence of Col and then the Col de Marie Blanc. High percentage ascents that will excite the pure climbers, but they won't guarantee victory because the finishing line lies 20 kilometers after the last summit.
And we are underway then, and I'm going to get Calmejean to the front as soon as possible and attack away. I don't want to use all of my attacking stamina, mainly because of that first category 4 that could be useful at the start of the stage. So if I can win that, that will be absolutely grand. Away I go, and there's quite a decent group up front. Wellens is actually in the breakaway. So we're going to have to try and beat Wellens, who is the current polka dot jersey. 1.5 kilometers to go until the intermediate sprint. I didn't win any mountain points earlier on. However, Wellens didn't win them either. And we go for the intermediate sprint now. We've been swamped by a lot of riders. I think we're going to have to rely on them stopping. And some of them have. I think it's second place. That was surprisingly well recovered from me. But yeah, as I was saying, we didn't win any mountain points at the top of the first mountain. However, Mohoric did very well for us, and he ended up taking the mountain points off Tim Wellens. So that means he's not gaining on us in the mountain classification. So now I'm with Bonifacio coming towards the sprint now. And I want to get some more points with Bonifacio because it seems like he's lagging behind Groenewegen a bit now, who's the leader of the green jersey standings. I'm going to come towards the front now and I'm going to pick my time to go. There's Groenewegen on the right hand side next to me. I might take his wheel. We'll see. I'm going to go now. I'm going to take Groenewegen's wheel. And oh, I got boxed in by Viviani, so that wasn't the best result, but then again it wasn't the worst. I did beat Viviani and Ewan, but I think that's just a single point for us, which isn't that useful, especially when Groenewegen got 3, but anything's anything, right? Just under a kilometre to go until the top of the HC climb, and we've just been sent behind by Roland. We were behind him and he just decided to stop. So that is something you love to see. Anyway, I don't think we'll be getting any points on this climb, or will we? No, we won't. Fair enough. I know we might take some. I'll go for a last sprint at the end. And that is 8 points. And onto the descent we go. In this breakaway, by the way, it's a very good breakaway. Mollema has somehow made it out of the peloton and into this breakaway. There's of course the polka dot jersey of Wellens, Roland, you got Van Avermaet, you've got Mohoric. It's a pretty good breakaway for this early in the tour, as I almost go into the barriers there on the descent. And I will see you at the next climb. Just over a kilometre to go until we reach the top of the next climb, and the pace is just too high. De Gent and Wellens in the breakaway, along with Mollema, are just setting too high of a tempo for me to really go with them and challenge for the mountain points. So I'm just going to have to try and sweep up on mountain points in the group behind. This stage isn't going to plan so far, but I'm sure it will get better. Hubert and Taramay are still tucked into that peloton and are still ready to pounce at any moment. I'm going to sprint to try and take a few more mountain points. I've blown up. Can I do it on a bike throw? No. 0 points for me then as we begin the descent, and I will see you at the next climb, which is the penultimate one. Around 1.3 kilometers to go, and I'm going to start setting pace on the front of this group because I finally have the energy to do so. We go under 1 kilometer to go until the top of this climb right now. I'm at the front, I'm in the driving seat here. I should be able to win from this point. Mohoric is just behind me. Wellens was behind me, but I can't see him anymore as he dropped back in the group. I'm going to sprint anyway. And I should win, or will Mohoric go around my outside, or will Mollema come up my inside? I might have blocked him off there. But anything for the mountain points. 700 meters to go until the top of the climb, and once again I have been dropped purely because Tim Wellens is on an absolute rampage today. I mean, he's just dropped Bauke Mollema now. Are you mad? Anyway, he's unstoppable today, taking the 10 climbers points and the bonus seconds over that climb. Bauke Mollema goes over in second, and I'm going to go over the top with Kalmajan in third. It's probably the best we could have done today with an informed Tim Wellens and Bauke Mollema in the breakaway. It's annoying that Wellens is so good at the moment. I don't know whether his stats are like too good for him or whatever, because I know the stats were a bit dodgy at the start of the game. But he seems to be very good, and that's annoying because he's in the polka dot jersey at the moment, and that's what I want. Anyway, I've got some catching up to do on the descent, and I'll be back to you possibly post-com. This indeed is post-com Taylorson, and we are into the final few kilometres of this stage. Here's your race picture at the moment. Tim Wellens is at the front of the race and is currently on his way to a solo victory after going over the top of that final climb and staying away from Kalmajan and Mollema on the descent. Kalmajan has caught up to Mollema and has also passed him on the descent, so he is now in second place on the road and quite far ahead of Mollema, who is in third and is trying to chase back to Kalmajan by the looks of it. Then comes the rest of the breakaway that haven't been swallowed up yet. But here is Tim Wellens lifting his arms high. It's his second stage win, I want to say. Did he win one? I think he won one early on. But that's his second stage win, and Kalmajan is going to come across the line in second with Mollema in third. But here is your main group on the road. The yellow jersey is here, Bernal is here, most importantly Jonathan Hubert is here. And there's an attack in the group. It's hehe that has gone for it of Direct Energie, and they're probably going to let him go because he's not really going to be a favourite for the yellow jersey at the end of the tour. So I think they're going to let him get a few seconds and push himself up in the standings. This is a good move from Direct Energie as they want hehe to be in that top 20, and he's going to solo all the way to the line, and I think he's got a few seconds in the bag, possibly 20, 30, even 40 seconds just from that attack. He sprints for the line and he crosses it now, and now we wait, and across the line comes the yellow jersey group now with a couple of favourites just hanging in there. I saw Landa cross the line. He's not had a great stage again today. Well, what a performance that was from Tim Wellens. He managed to drop Bauke Mollema. I'm still shocked by that. Surely Mollema must have been on a bad day and he must have been on an insanely good one. However, he deserves all of that win that he got there. He was clearly the strongest rider in that breakaway by his performance on the climbs, and annoyingly, he's increased his lead on the polka dot jersey as well. Fuglsang is still in yellow. Groenewegen is still in green despite Wellens winning 2 stages, I think. I'm going to have to check back and see if he won another stage. I'm pretty sure he won, was it stage 4? I think. Anyway. Bernal stays in white, and Wellens stays and increases his lead in the overall climber standings. Anyway, onto the classified results to see how many seconds hehe has gained on Fuglsang.
Great, guys! I wasn't expecting anything from this stage, and you bring home a podium place? Well done to you all!
So, Tim Wellens is the winner of stage 9 of this Tour de France, finishing 56 seconds ahead of Calmejean in second. A good performance from both riders today. A man that didn't have a good performance today was Bauke Mollema, dropped by Wellens on the climb and then caught and overtaken by Calmejean on the descent, and only managing 3rd place at the end of the stage. He finished 1 minute and 24 seconds behind Wellens. That's not a great result, as he's the best climber by far out of the top 3 on this stage. A great day for Lotto Soudal gets better, with Thomas de Gendt finishing in 4th, 2 minutes and 49 seconds behind his teammate Tim Wellens. Then came the remains of the rest of that breakaway. Jack Haig finishing 5th at 3 minutes and 20 down. Demarchi 6th at 3 minutes 52. Roland 7th, 4 minutes and 3 behind. Mohoric 8th at 4 minutes and 44. Jonathan Hehe in 9th place at 5 minutes and 49 seconds behind. He managed to get a substantial gap on Geraint Thomas and Egan Bernal in 10th and 11th. In the general classification, nothing really changes much at all, despite it being a mountain stage today. Fuglsang is still in yellow, still 58 seconds ahead of Primoz Roglic in second. Egan Bernal in third at 1 minute and 29 seconds down, and Pinot in fourth at 4 minutes and 14. Hehe is now only 17 minutes and 5 seconds behind Jakob Fuglsang. In the polka dot jersey race, Tim Wellens is at the top of that currently with 69 points. Mollema in second now at 47 points, with Calmejean in third, 5 points behind Mollema. It's still going to be difficult to catch Wellens, I think, but it's still possible, I believe. Roglic, Benoot and Fuglsang all dropped 2 places today, with Roglic on 33, Benoot on 28 and Fuglsang on 26. Tom de Gendt was a big climber today, going up 13 places on 24 points. with Jonas Agede in 8th on 21 points. The points classification doesn't really change that much either. Groenewegen still at the top of that on 101 points, with Vogelsang second on 96 and Valdren third on 90. Wellens going up 10 places on 82 points in 4th, and for some reason Kalmajan is 9th on 72 points, going up 16 today. Just like with the overall classification, the white jersey standings don't really change too much either. Bernal is still in 1st, quite far ahead of Ivanopol, who's 4 minutes and 6 seconds behind in 2nd, with Pogacar 3rd, Higuita 4th, and Gaudu in 5th. And finally, in the team classification, Team Ineos are still at the top of that, with Trek Segafredo going up to 4th, overtaking De Koenig, probably because of that Bauke Mollema performance. We are still in 8th position at 52 minutes and 46 seconds behind Team Ineos. Recovery at the end of this stage was pretty good because it was a rest day, and now we are all back to fitness. It seems as though Manzin will be back to going in breakaways tomorrow, as it is a sprint stage, but I will see you for that one later. Once again, like the video if you enjoyed it, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe if you would like to. With that being said, stay safe, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.